everyone. In today's lesson, we will be learning about adjectives. Okay, what is the definition of adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns or pronouns. So it might be very useful for you to think of adjectives as describing words. Okay, when we say describing, so it describes, adjective describes the qualities as well as the states of being of nouns, which means they can also describe the quality as well as the quantity of the nouns. Okay, so let's see. Describe the qualities of nouns. So let's see number one. Example. Margaret wore a beautiful hat to the pie eating contest. So we are describing the hat. So it's a beautiful hat. Okay, second example. The scariest villain of all time is Darth Vader. Okay, so scariest villain. Alright, we're describing the villain, the noun. Okay, the villain here is the scariest. And the third example, my cake should have 16 candles. We are still describing the candles, okay, and we are describing it in quantity. Okay, so you're describing that they should have been 16 candles. Alright, the fourth example will be furry dogs, okay, may overheat in the summertime. So we're describing the dogs. We say it's furry dogs, it's a cute dog. So this is how we describe the nouns. Okay, it can be a hat, it can be a villain, it can be candles, it can be dogs. Okay, how about describing the being of nouns? So we say adjectives act as a complement, alright, to linking verbs or the verb to be. So what does it mean? So it means that a linking verb, okay, is a verb like to feel, to seem, or to taste, which describe, okay, it describes a state of being or a sensory experience. Okay, so you can say, I feel happy, she is feeling sad. Okay, the food tastes scrumptious or the food tastes worse, bad. Okay, so this is how we describe something you can experience through your sensories. Okay, so for example, the cow sure is happy. So we are saying that the cow is happy. It smells gross in the locker room. And the third example is driving is faster than walking. In this sentence, driving is faster than walking. Does the driver is driving or is the person walking? No, they're doing none. Okay, in this sentence, driving is not a verb, but it's a noun because they are stating the statement generally. Okay, driving is faster than walking. So when the driving here becomes a noun, okay, so automatically the word that describes the noun becomes the adjective. So that is why the word faster, okay, which describes the driving here, becomes adjectives. The next one will be on degree of comparison. Okay, degree of comparison here, okay, adjectives can be compared in three forms, which is, okay, absolute, comparative, and superlative. Okay, when we say examples of degree of comparison, we have three: absolute, comparative, and superlative. For absolute, it means that it describes something in its own right. Okay, there is no more, it is no less. It is there. Okay, it is, for example, we say good, cool, messy, bad, and mischievous. Okay, so the second example is comparative. So comparative is used, okay, to make a comparison between two or more things. So for example, this book is better than the other one, or he is cooler than the other boy. Okay, messier. This girl's room is messier than her sister's. Okay, messier, or we can say worse than or more mischievous than. Okay, how about we talk about superlative? When you want to talk about superlatives, okay, superlatives talk about the highest degree of a quality, the highest degree of quality. So for example, when you say good, we have better and then best. We have cool, cooler, and coolest. Messy, messier, and messiest. Bad, worse, and worst. Mischievous, more mischievous, and most mischievous. So if you realize the last example, the word mischievous, okay, it tends to maintain in all category, absolute, comparative, superlatives. However, you're only adding the word more and most. More for comparative and most for superlatives. So certain words, they don't change, but you need to only add the word more for comparative and most for superlative, which means that, for example, we say more mischievous than and most mischievous. Okay, so another example could be successful example. Okay, so we can say she is more successful than the rest of them, or we can say that she is the most successful in her family. So this is how we use the word. Okay, so it's either, okay, you're bringing along the word more and most, or you are changing the entire word. Okay, so this is example of degree of comparison when you're comparing using adjectives. Okay, so let's move on to the ordering adjectives. We already know the comparison, but let's now learn about the ordering adjective, which means the orders in adjectives. So before this, we were only talking about one adjective before a noun, one adjective before a noun. So what happens if there are more adjectives? Okay, so that is the rule here. There are two rules here. The first one, when you have two or more adjectives before a noun, remember to put them in order. What kind of order? Okay, let's wait. Okay, the second rule will be when you have two adjectives of the same kind before a noun, put them in alphabetical order. Okay, so it means here first you need to put them in order. Second, if you have the same kind of adjectives, put them in alphabetical order. So alphabetical means it follows the first letter from the word. For example, black and white. Which letter comes first, B or W? The word B comes first. B for black and W for white. So it becomes black and white. So let's understand better. Ordering adjectives. Okay, so when we say ordering adjectives, the first one will be opinion. Okay, the first one in the order will be opinion. Opinion can be right, can be wrong. It's just an opinion. So for example, we say delicious. So some food will be delicious for someone, and the same food will be not delicious for the other one, the other person. Alright, so this is why we call it as opinion. There is no right, it's no wrong. Okay, the second one in the order will be size. Okay, size can be tiny, can be small, can be little, can be big or enormous. Okay, the third one in order will be age. Okay, which means age can be old, young, and so forth. And the fourth one in order is shape, such as square, such as rectangle, triangle, sphere, prism, and so on. And the fifth one will be on color. Color, purple, yellow, orange, black, white, and more. And the sixth one will be origin. Origin can be German, can be Malaysian, Japanese, okay, Australian. Okay, this is what we say origin. Okay, this handphone is made from China. It is the origin of the handphone. So we say China is the origin. And the last one in the order will be material. Okay, this tablecloth is made up of, it is made up from silk material. Or we can say this bed sheet or these t-shirts are made up from cotton. Okay, so that is called material. So in ordering adjectives, the order will be, okay, the orders are, the first one will be opinion, followed by the size, followed by the age, followed by the shape, and followed by the color, followed by the origin, and followed by the material as the last one. So let's see the example of ordering adjectives. Okay, the first one, we sat at a big round table by the window. So the word big, okay, the word big is under the kind of what category? It's under the type of size. Yes, and round will be the shape. So size is followed by the shape. Okay, let's see the second example. Please change this dirty old table cloth. Okay, please change this dirty old tablecloth. So dirty will be under category of opinion, and old will be the age. Okay, so opinion followed by the age. In the third example, there were fresh, lovely flowers on the table. Alright, so we say the word fresh, okay, and lovely. Okay, so fresh and lovely, both are under the category or the kind of, what kind of adjective? Both are opinion. So when they are both in the same kind of adjectives, right, they would, okay, arranged in alphabetical order. Okay, and the fourth one is I recommend our tasty little pizzas. I recommend our tasty little pizza. So tasty is opinion and little is, okay, little will be the size. So opinion followed by the size.